rampant accusations of harassment, unkind words, and outright lies about the 44th president. Criticisms of major healthcare professionals. Here are just a few things Fox News pundit Jesse Watters has done. After Think Progress journalist Amanda Turkle criticized Fox News host Bill O'Reilly in 2009 for remarks he made about rape survivors, O'Reilly evidently encouraged his protege, Jesse Watters, to track Turkle down. At the time, Turkle was trying to enjoy some time out of town, but that didn't sway Watters from harassing her. As Turkle later wrote for the Huffington Post, he never introduced himself and didn't give any context for what he was saying. He simply shouted questions as I tried to switch out of vacation mode and remembered the short post I had written weeks earlier. Turkle said she believed Watters followed her from her home to her vacation location.
So this was a complete surprise when I was on vacation.
In 2016, fellow journalist Ryan Grimm tried to hold Watters accountable for his treatment of Turkle. As the Washington Post reported, Grimm went up to the Fox News pundit at an MSNBC party and asked him to apologize while filming him with his phone. When Watters grabbed the phone, it turned into a physical fight that O'Reilly later claimed was another example of the far left attempting to stoke the flame. According to Turkle, Watters reportedly explained at the party, "I ambushed her because O'Reilly told me to get her, because she said some really bad stuff. I love Amanda Turkle. I'm not gonna apologize, but she's a good girl." In 2008, Jesse Watters crashed a governor's conference in Philadelphia to ambush Kansas Governor Kathleen Sebelius about Dr. George Tiller, the medical director of Women's Healthcare Services, who had become a target for Fox News and Bill O'Reilly for providing late-term abortions. According to the New York Times, O'Reilly regularly referred to the doctor as Tiller the baby killer. Watters claimed during the 2008 Fox News segment, "You know, there was a lot of evidence there that he was performing illegal late-term abortions and covering up instances of child rape." Despite the fact that a grand jury had recently found him innocent of all charges brought against him, as Sebelius pointed out, Watters continued to slander the doctor. The anchor declared, "Well, Tiller himself donated money to her campaign. She doesn't seem to be real upset about this guy operating a death mill, which is exactly what it is in her state, does she?" As Media Matters recalled, Watters also confronted Tiller's attorney with an impromptu interview. In 2009, Tiller was murdered by an anti-abortion extremist. Although Jesse Watters made his name by publicly tearing down the Democratic Party, his donation records strangely seem to tell a different story. After the 2012 presidential election was over, Watters dismissed the campaign that Barack Obama had successfully run. On one episode of The O'Reilly Factor, he called Obama's supporters zombies and declared,
"As long as there's Obamacare, gay marriage, and abortion on demand, they're going to support the guy no matter what."
And on a 2015 episode of The Five, he had some more comments to make about Obama's administration, stating,
"He's imported socialism here. He's imported Ebola into America. He's imported illegal aliens."
However, Politico reported that he had apparently donated $500 of his own money to the president's campaign before the election. The reported donation, in which Watters cited News Corp as his employer, went to the Obama Victory Fund 2012 in late September. At that point, Romney had already received backlash over footage where he claimed Obama would always receive support from the 47%, who were dependent on the government for financial aid. In the end, the Republicans ironically received 47% of the vote compared to Obama, who achieved a definitive win with 51% and began his second term. Jesse Watters has used his platform on Fox News to discuss all kinds of topics. But one of his favorite targets seems to be the unhoused population. In 2015, he drew criticism following a Watters World feature where he spoke to unhoused individuals at Penn Station. Throughout the segment, which took aim at Mayor Bill de Blasio, he asked unhoused citizens about their substance use. He also asked housed people to share why they are scared of unhoused people. On a 2019 episode of The Five, Watters turned his attention to California and suggested that authorities should destroy the encampments where unhoused people were living. Watters declared,
"You only have one solution. You bulldoze the 50-block radius and you institutionalize everybody and detoxify them."
And as The Independent recounted in February 2022, he made another sweeping claim when Fox News aired clips of various unhoused individuals discussing their reluctance about entering shelters. While blaming unhoused people for their circumstances, Watters asserted on his show,
that homeless people, from the people that have spoken, want to be homeless.
Jesse Waters has also vilified the Muslim community over the years, particularly after Donald Trump introduced a controversial travel ban that completely prevented immigrants from 7 Muslim-majority countries from entering the United States. In a 2017 The O'Reilly Factor interview with an imam, Waters defended the ban by insisting,
I have to admit, there is a Muslim problem in the world. A majority of the terrorist attacks are perpetrated by Muslims. You'd have to admit that.
Although the religious leader pointed out that crimes are committed by people of all religions and that scapegoating was wrong, Waters interjected, I would say is that this temporary travel ban, not a Muslim ban, the travel ban, is actually compassionate. Because it's not discriminatory, because you're protecting all Americans, Muslims included, from Muslim extremist attacks. In a 2017 Fox News segment, Jesse Waters made a seemingly lewd quip about Donald Trump's daughter Ivanka Trump that sparked outrage online. After showing a clip of the president's daughter speaking, he observed, "It's funny. The left says they really respect women. And then when given an opportunity to respect a woman like that, they boo and hiss." Waters then immediately followed up his comment about respecting women by joking,
I really liked how she was speaking into that microphone.
After he faced accusations of misogyny, the Fox News anchor insisted that the comment wasn't supposed to be sexual. In an official statement, Waters told Mediaite, "During the break, we were commenting on Ivanka's voice and how it was low and steady and resonates like a smooth jazz radio DJ. This was in no way a joke about anything else." Waters still took a short break from appearing on Fox News. However, as the New York Times reported, Waters told his audience,
So try not to miss me too much.
One of the most alarming fringe groups gaining popularity in the United States is QAnon, a conspiracy-based movement that the FBI has called a domestic threat. In a 2020 Fox News segment, Jesse Waters gave them some airtime. The presenter emphasized the far-right group's allegations about child sex trafficking, despite their theories being proven false. The anchor claimed, Q can do some crazy stuff, with the pizza stuff and the Wayfarer stuff, but they've also uncovered a lot of great stuff when it comes to Epstein and it comes to the deep state.
I never saw Q as dangerous as Antifa.
Waters then added, after receiving online backlash for endorsing the conspiracy group, Waters told Insider that he isn't actually that into QAnon and denied that he had legitimized them with his praise. Waters said to the outlet, while discussing the double standard of big tech censorship, I mentioned the conspiracy group QAnon, which I don't support or believe in. My comments should not be mistaken for giving credence to this fringe platform. At a 2021 Turning Point event, Jesse Waters zeroed in on Dr. Anthony Fauci, accusing him of assisting a laboratory that supposedly created COVID-19. He urged members of the crowd to sneak attack Fauci with questions, or as he put it,
now you're going for the kill shot.
Waters continued, this is when you say, Dr. Fauci, you funded risky research at a sloppy Chinese lab, the same lab that sprung this pandemic on the world. You know why people don't trust you, don't you? Waters then added,
Boom! He is dead! He is dead! He's done!
After this made the rounds, Fauci went on CNN, where he urged Fox to give Waters the axe, saying,
You have some guy out there saying that people should be giving me a kill shot to ambush me? I mean, that's crazy. The guy should be fired on the spot.
The infectious diseases expert defended himself, arguing that his only offense was trying to encourage people to get vaccinations and wear masks. Fox News did not heed Fauci's request, as the network maintained Waters was speaking figuratively. The network declared in an official statement, based on watching the full clip and reading the entire transcript, it's more than clear that Jesse Waters was using a metaphor for asking hard-hitting questions to Dr. Fauci about gain-of-function research. Jesse Waters may be known for stirring up controversy through his job at Fox News, but his personal life is equally messy. He was still married to Noelle Waters when he started having an affair with his young coworker, Emma DeJoven. Emma was later transferred to another show after their network found out. The cheating scandal led to the end of his 10-year marriage to Noelle, who filed for divorce from Jesse Waters in 2017. When the story hit the media, Fox News was quick to insist that there had been no serious HR violations. A spokesperson told the New York Daily News, Within 24 hours of Jesse Waters voluntarily reporting that he was in a consensual relationship with a woman on his staff, management met with both parties and a decision was made for the woman to be transferred to work on another program on the network. After DeJoven and Jesse came forward about their relationship, they got married and became parents to a baby boy. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.